is going on, everybody? Welcome to Veve Bros. I'm Grandison Crawford.
And I'm Tony. Get the Omi.
Tony always gets the Omi. And today we're back with another Veve Versus, where we take two collectibles and we talk about who would win in the battle for the best. We break it down as rarities, edition sizes, and also cool factor, popularity, and things like that. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Ecto 1 versus the DeLorean. First and foremost, I always start with Tony. Get the Omi. Which one do you like better?
Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good one.
It's hot.
The DeLorean is a sports car. Let's be real. The DeLorean is very sporty.
Right.
The Ghostbuster
is a hearse.
Is a hearse. Station wagon is giving me station wagon energy.
It's a wagon.
And you know, those aren't cool to really drive in, but it's a Ghostbusters.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Is equipped with I don't even know. Does it even have weapons on it?
I mean, not outside of busting ghosts. Like, I don't think it's gonna like hurt a regular person. No. But the DeLorean doesn't have any weapons either.
It doesn't. It's just hella fast. It's hella fast.
Right.
Okay.
But which do you like better outside of the tech specs?
I would.
Which one? Better question. Which one means more to you?
That's a good question. Ghostbusters mean more than Back to the Futures, to be honest.
Wow.
Ghostbusters mean
trigger warning. Trigger warning.
I'm gonna just be honest, because I grew up, I was big on Ghostbusters. I had the Ghostbusters toys. Like, I actually had the little toy version of that car. I didn't have the DeLorean, you know.
Oh shit.
The Ghostbusters Ghostbusters had a nice soundtrack.
Right.
Well, I can remember the Ghostbusters theme song.
Right.
Back in the future, they didn't have a theme song.
They didn't. Nah.
I ain't afraid of ghosts. You know what I'm saying? They had that.
That's true.
That's true.
You know, so first of all, do you believe in ghosts?
I do not believe.
Good for you. I mean, I've had weird experiences. Not relevant. Just wanted to see what you'd say. But so for me, Ghostbusters was a good movie, and it's nostalgic, and I remember watching it. But I had a VHS of Back to the Future 2 and 3 that I would watch probably every other day. It was in between that, Care Bears, and Willow. Those are the things that I was watching. I was watching Willow, Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3, and Care Bears burnt on this little VHS. So for me, Back to the Future is like more impactful to my childhood because I just remember how cool it was to be Marty McFly. I was like, yo, Marty McFly is tight. Yeah, that movie would have been way different if it was a brother, right? He would have gone back in time. And just the movie would have just been him trying to get out of jail, most of it. But as a kid, I wasn't thinking about that stuff. And it was like, so for me, when I see the Ecto 1, I go, that's cool. And I think a lot of people, I can't speak on it, but vaguely, I feel like a lot of people, the DeLorean is a little more recognized. I don't know, actually, because you see the Ghostbuster symbol, you know exactly what it is.
You know what's going on. You know
happening. What it is. You know what it is. You see.
I mean, let me ask you this: if you see a DeLorean in the streets or Ghostbusters in the streets, which one is going to really catch your eye? Like, which one you can be like, holy shit, that's a.
I mean, a Ghostbusters car, if it was decked out, would be weird to me. Like, I'd be like, what are they doing? What are they doing? But if I saw a DeLorean, I would go, Back to the Future. I love that movie. That would be my inner monologue.
Yeah,
and I'd be like, "Where's that VHS?" Probably. But if we're getting into the actual collectibles themselves, if we're looking at the different rarities, so there is a difference in numbers. So Ecto 1 actually, I believe, was dropped first on the Veve app. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But the common Ecto 1 was 9,999 editions. The rare Ecto 1 was 6,666 editions. and then the ultra rare is 4,444. Now there are a lot more DeLoreans than there are Ecto ones,
Right.
In the same rarities, because the common DeLorean one, the Ecto is 9,000, the DeLorean is 50,000.
Right.
It was like they wanted to give everybody at the time a DeLorean if they wanted it, right? Because Veve wasn't expecting to have that big of a boom. That they hit their 3-year goals of users in like 6 months or something like that. The rare is 25K versus 6,000 on the Ecto, and then the ultra rare is 12,500K versus the 4,000 on the Ecto. So if we're comparing scarcity, right, on the app, by just that alone, the Ecto should be way more valuable than the DeLorean.
Right.
I think that the fact that the DeLorean is more valuable, almost double in each rarity than the Ecto one, that kind of shows that popularity wise, it's a little more popular. Like if we were to break down, even if you look at the franchises, like Back to the Future franchise, right? The 1985, that's when it first came out. Back to the Future 1, in the box office, it made 385 million versus Ghostbusters in 1984, which was a year before, right? 295 million. If you look at the 1989 Ghostbusters 2, 331 million. And then in 1989, same year, 215 million. So box office wise, Back to the Future was a more popular franchise, even with the hit song. Because let's be real, that song on Ghostbusters is fire.
All right. Every song
you don't even have to believe in ghosts and you're excited about that song.
Every song on Ghostbusters is fire.
All of it. So I think that, like, in terms of popularity, if I were to say who would win this Veve Versus, for me personally, I would say that the DeLorean is winning in the battle, and in long term, even though there's like 4 times as many or 3 times as many, at least, of the DeLorean, it's going to be a little more sought after. If I was personally riding around in the Veve Verse, I would definitely want to cruise around in a DeLorean.
I agree.
Unless I'm hunting ghosts, and then I need the equipment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and your homies can get in the Ghostbusters wagon.
Oh yeah, I mean you could bring the G's in the wagon. You know what I mean? Like
bring all the homies in there.
All the Omi homies just cruising around. They'd be like, "What is that? A 2-seater DeLorean? No thanks.
I can't get in the coupe.
Can't get in it."
Yeah.
So in terms of who wins, who do you say wins this?
I think I would have to, after hearing all those, things, and then I mean, also it is a cooler looking car. I would probably lean towards a DeLorean as well. And I mean, like too, David Yu and these guys of Veve, the CEOs and stuff like that, they talk about Ready Player One and how they want Veve and Veve Verse to be.
Oh my gosh,
it's like Ready Player One. That's like
right.
They've been preaching a lot, and the main car on Ready Player One was the DeLorean.
Right.
So I feel like the DeLorean is kind of like the face of the franchise car for Veve.
Yeah.
I would lean towards the DeLorean as well. And I mean,
well, and then I recently reread Ready Player One, or re-listened to it. I listened to it on audiobook, and it was talking about his DeLorean and how he customized it, and how he had like the Knight Rider dashboard inside of it and different things like that. And like, yeah, I mean, once they come out with like accessories for your collectibles, I'm going to be decking out the DeLorean like crazy. Whereas I feel like the Ecto One has so many things already on it.
Even if you could just change the paint job of the DeLorean, all black DeLorean.
Yeah, dude. Give it a racing stripe, you know what I mean? Give it 2. So yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, we both agree that the DeLorean wins this Veve Verse. But let us know in the comments, what you think the most valuable collectible will be. Which collectible means the most to you and your childhood, or maybe you have a dad or something, or a mom who's really into one of those things. Just let us know which one you like better and which you think is going to be the most valuable. And remember, none of this is financial advice. We're just having a talk as 2 bros on the YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel, and we'll catch you next time. I've been Grandison Crawford.
I'm Tony. Get the Omi.
We're Veve Bros. Peace.